season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wells. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hill. Running into the open space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll pitch it. There he goes. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
On the run, fires downfield. Working the middle. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. A 20. Now with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Wells. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. BYU right back to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Looking for space. It's Green. He has the first and still on his feet. He's got 43 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now adjusting. Turning it on. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period, and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Let's go! Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown time!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wells. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking in this one.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Makes the grab. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
BYU lines up quickly.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Finds the tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, BYU! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football.
And the returner will be dragged down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, it's the end around. Oh, he's got some strength. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, it's a huge play on the jet sweep, getting that 1st down. Defensively, I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting that guy to get the football that quickly and be on the perimeter of the field.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
They're working that left side. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just down. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Got a man, it's Hagan. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fakes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hill. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougar! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Young. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Spins away from the defense. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement.
Going downfield for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got the first down and still on his feet. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Headed back out to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play.
It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. BYU right back to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cougars are at the line, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Here's a heat. Working that left side now. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley and knock him down for a loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's going to let it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown. Turning it on! All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Moving away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll start this drive going to the air. Slings it downfield. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Makes the catch, it's Wells. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running at him.
He's loose. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
He'll pull it down and run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Throws to the wideout. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a non-profit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless, it's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Boston College is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 14 to NC State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Right down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback extends the play. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense putting... the fruited plain from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers at Jordan-Hare, this matchup has had it all. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia's offense will have the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. And they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get outside. Hard running there. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Robinson. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt.
Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Tripped up. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Wiley. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Look out, he's got room. Across the 25. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wake Forest. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Crosses the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bust through behind his pad. Bringing it back. The 30. The 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And man, you gotta like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not gonna always get that big sucker on the ground.
There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Past the first down marker and still running. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Georgia going back to work with another first down. The toss to the right. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Robinson. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He's looking to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. At the 30. 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Thompson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Finds some fresh air. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your...
Turning it on! He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Oh, he's got a chance. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. They'll turn to the wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Got a little space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Rigby. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rocks some more here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
They're trying to slam it in. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
The Bulldogs will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it up to 47. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackle.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Finding an escape route. Picks up the first down. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. On target to the left. Breaks into the open. Pass to Tech. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Makes it past the marker. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Finds a little space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Running to Green. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
fourth down. They're taking to the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Showing off the arm. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Welch. Jukes his way for more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed behind the line. It's Welch. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick. There he goes. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around and hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. He's in open space downfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Robinson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Bloomberg. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And
this offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. And some room to work. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Makes the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Welch. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Robinson. Found a little room out of the wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the wildcat formation pays off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Got room to work. Turning it on. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Snap to the back. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah, home to the Utah State Aggies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another SEC rival, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the football first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most, and that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Excellent job by this defense. You know they watched the tape last week. This offense was humming. They were clicking. They were in rhythm. You knew they would be aggressive, and they are in the first drive. Great discipline in the back end. Shows up.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure. Got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Past the 40. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard?
The stiff arm gets him loose. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
At the 13-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fitted in the window for the score. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Direct snap. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Still on his feet at the 35. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And a first down for the offense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 40, there he goes. Sprinting away. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go.
Wants to throw. It's Barnes. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the door. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking for room, it's Peoples. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Peoples. Finding open areas. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Going deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Timeout.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into... And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Finds his man, it's Smith. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Under fire. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thurman. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Sayin. Buying some time. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the wildcat. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got an open man. And we have breaking news.
Ready, set.
To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball and get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? It's part of the fun, right? Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Smith. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Utah State, 10.
He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to throw, it's Barnes. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.